My name is Nick Corvello, and welcome to the second September update of Actor Core. It is Sunday, September 25th, 2011, and here are my updates. As I mentioned before on the last Actor Core, I had mentioned doing things such as hanging out with friends, going out a little bit, and looking for jobs while acting gigs have been slow. I have some good news on that front. I got a job last week. I got a job at the Spirit Stores, the American annual Halloween store chain, and I was pretty much almost hired on my interview. All that was needed was my background check, and I started out helping at one of the stores in one of the towns nearby me, and after helping with the construction of that store, I was pretty much assigned there. There have been some problems, though, with the whole process of getting me in there. First off, there was paperwork that I couldn't do because I had some internet trouble on the day I was supposed to do it. And there's some paperwork on the end of the managers, so because of all that, I couldn't actually get into the system for a while, and I'm still not sure if I'm fully in the system yet. It's going to be taking a lot of work for that, probably. And there was another issue with the Spirit store in my hometown, which is the one I applied to. The manager there, she had called me yesterday asking what was up with the whole thing, because probably she didn't even get the message that I was being transferred to this other store. I tried to explain the situation to her and to tell her to call district manager, but I talked to my district manager too, and he said that I'm pretty much in this particular store no matter what. So I'm settled into one Spirit store now, and it's not a bad job. It's pretty cool. I'm seeing a lot of costume stuff, which is cool. A lot of stuff for the Nilopolis video group ideas. And also, I just heard yesterday after my shift that it's possible that employees will get to wear costumes each workday, so if that happens, that'd be pretty cool. It would give me an excuse to actually buy some costumes, because I wasn't even sure if I was going to do anything for Halloween. I'm expecting to work almost all day that day anyway, so we'll see what happens with that. The job has been pretty good so far, and I got a lot of hours because last week I worked with no off days because they're still understaffed at the store I'm working at. But it's been cool because the staff is pretty cool, and despite being understaffed and being underprepared, my store, that store beat out all the other ones in the district as far as sales go. I believe probably not that day, but for the week, I believe. So, I mean, if I'm right about that, that's pretty awesome. Our team kicks ass. So I'm talking a lot about my job. Just want to let you know, I obviously haven't forgot about acting. And that's the other thing I want to touch up on is that I think I'm coming across my first real challenge between balancing like a day job and my career. The project I mentioned earlier last time, the short film called 10 Speed, I'm having some problems with the scheduling as well as the director's, approach to the scheduling as well as the rehearsals and whatnot. I think I got both the job and the gig around the same time, or I got the Spirit Store job only a little bit later. And because I've put the Spirit Store as more of a priority since there's more money to be gained from this, and I need the job just in case I might be able to go on unemployment again or something. Yeah, it's created some difficulties with 10 speed. For example, I couldn't make it to the last rehearsal because of my work week and because it was short notice on the part of the director about the rehearsal times. And also, my director and I, we've been getting into, well, I guess it could be an argument. It's a very passive argument, but I guess it's an argument nonetheless about the next rehearsal as well as the next following shoot dates. Basically, the current issue is upcoming weekend shoots, which are going to probably be almost impossible with me with my new job. And my director, he's asking for night shoots only during the weekends, and he's not giving me much info on why he needs this or whatnot. It's not a lot of communication. Communication is very negative about this particular director. Here are a couple of examples. The first example, and this is like during email correspondence, he begins each email with, hey, and literally, no joke, every single email. And he follows it up with an explanation that's like one sentence of talking about either rehearsal time or a shoot time. It's really frustrating because I'm more used to a much different method. In the past, working with all my past directors, I've gotten, bigger emails, at least this much, from other directors talking about, in length, what they expect, what they want, what they're thinking of as far as scheduling goes. And then they follow up all of that with asking their actors what fits with them and then working with all that. This director, he doesn't say much. He just sends this, hey, email and then expects everything to work out. I don't even know if it's registered to him that I have this job, which I'm being in demand of, which a lot of employees are in demand of right now as far as hours go. And that was probably horrible grammar. Let me rephrase that. I'm in a job of which demands a lot of hours from me as well as other employees, and and I'm not going to be as available as I can be. I'll try my best, and I'll try to see what I can do as far as weekends go, but it's a retail job. I'm not that hopeful. Based on prior experience, this is going to be a full commitment job almost for the next month or so. Again, all based on my previous experience dealing with retail. And the director, he wants me to come in for a couple of night shoots in the next couple weeks. And that's almost going to be impossible during the weekends because there's, that's when a lot of stores get busy during the afternoons and evenings on the weekends, especially during the school year. If this was summer, it would be a different story. And the best I could do probably at that point would be to request morning shifts on whatever days he needs, but given that I need to request days off for Dan, California, as well as a couple other things, I don't know how possible that's going to be, and I don't think this director of 10-speed understands that. So I'm not really having a good experience with this, and it's a challenge for me. I think this is really a challenge for me because not only am I trying to balance both job and career-related stuff, but I may have to come to a point where I have to choose one or the other. That's what it feels like based on the demands that each one has. And based on the fact that even though 10 speed is, $100 for this gig for my role, and, involves metalheads and stuff, despite that, Spirit is the better way to go for me, because there's opportunity for hundreds of dollars and a chance to get like backing money for bills and whatnot, something I need. And worst comes to worst, it could qualify me for unemployment again if I really needed to do that. So when it comes down to it, if I had to make a choice, I'm going with Spirit. And that sucks because I never ever really wanted to back down from a gig I've previously accepted. I mean, I guess, every actor or actress goes through that, but I really wanted mine to be a lot later in my career than earlier when I could afford to do that. But it's unfortunate, but I have to pick Spirit. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully everything works out and I don't have to choose one or the other or cancel anything. I'll see what my manager says next week about putting me for some morning hours on the weekends. I'm not hopeful, but we'll see. So I mean, that's pretty much the major stuff going on. Just trying to save up with Spirit and prepare for Damn California in a couple weeks, as well as Judas Priest Epitaph, if I can afford the ticket for that, because I need to go to it. Judas Priest is my favorite band, and this is their last major show, so on the 27th, hopefully I can make that. And in November, I'm going to be shooting my first project as a director, so that's something I will talk about in a future Actor Core. Until then, hope you guys aren't dealing with as much dilemmas as I am right now. Take care, and I'll see you next time.